Welcome, Aquarius, to the month of October 2018. I'm Megan of North Star Astrology, and this is another general transits reading for those of you born with your sun, moon, and or rising sign in the air sign of Aquarius. Okay, so the month starts out trailing in from September 30th with the moon in Gemini in your 5th house of romance and creativity, trining Mercury in Libra. So from the 5th to the 9th houses, this very harmonious trine between your emotions and how you're thinking. So from how you're thinking and how you're feeling about publishing, law, overseas, long distance travels, philosophy, versus harmoniously how you're feeling about possibly taking that romantic partner on a long distance trip. I'm sorry if I bumped the tripod. Then on October 1st, Pluto goes direct, as it's been going retrograde. So get out of here, retrograde. Okay, so now Pluto on October 1st goes direct in your 12th house of dreams and the subconscious mind. Not the 11th house. The 11th house, by the way, though, is your naturally residing house, and your ruling planet Uranus is currently transiting in your 4th house of the home. So anyway, Pluto does go direct. How that will affect your dreams, I don't know. Anybody will know. That's quite personal to you, as it's the house of hidden matters of the subconscious. And however, having it go direct like that is a good thing. Then on October 2nd, the last quarter moon occurs in your 6th house of health, work, and service given in Cancer. At 9 degrees Cancer, 9 minutes, and or 9 hours and 49 minutes. And last quarter phase moons mean maybe last minute projects at work that are wrapping themselves up. Then on the following day, October 3rd at 8 hours 34 minutes, Jupiter transiting your 10th house of career and public standing trines this last quarter moon. So 4 houses away, 4 signs away. Jupiter is in the watery sign of Scorpio. The moon is now in its ruling position, because Cancer is ruled by the moon, and the moon in Cancer harmoniously trining now. So from the 6th to the 10th houses, the 6th house of work to the 10th house of career, the moon and your emotions regarding work and or your health harmoniously trine in with your 10th house of career. Then on October 5th, Venus goes retrograde for a time at 19 hours 6 minutes, and it's behind the Great Pumpkin, so forgive the Great Pumpkin there. Then on October 7th at 14 hours 4 minutes, Jupiter sextiles the moon once the moon goes into, yeah, by that point, wait a minute, I overshot something. Pardon me. Wait. The moon went into your 7th house, into Leo. Jupiter squares the moon in Leo on October 5th as well. Okay. I totally just completely jumped over that. I totally apologize for that. Okay. 7th house, Leo, your opposite sun sign. However, it doesn't aspect you except for the moon in Leo squaring Jupiter in Scorpio. So maybe business partners you will have, possibly have, may have a challenge, a bit of challenge with colleagues or business partners, because it's affecting the 7th to the 10th houses. I totally just jumped over that. I can't believe it. That's why once the moon goes into your 8th house of others as resources in Virgo, now the sextile or 60-degree positive aspect from the moon to Jupiter. Okay, there we go. So from your 8th house to your 10th house, now you may very well be able to emotionally connect with someone on a practical, common sense level and receive some of another's resources toward your or from your career. Then on October 9th, the new moon occurs, as once the moon goes into the same placement as the sun, which it is here in Libra. Sun and moon almost act like a conjunction. However, now the new moon is in your 9th house of religion and philosophy, law and higher learning. And now that happens at 15 degrees Libra, 48 minutes, and new ideas, new thoughts, new modes of thinking, new philosophies, maybe thinking about enacting new laws if you're in some sort of political position locally or whatever. But this affects something overseas as it deals with foreign travel. And so you may very well go on a new long distance foreign trip on the 9th. Then also on October 9th at 8:51, Pluto, now having gone direct, squares, well, I guess we'll keep the new moon over here after all. Pluto squares the new moon as, so from your 12th house to your 9th house, Pluto, now having gone direct, will challenge the new moon in your 9th house. However, now watch here that how the sun and the new moon are in Libra, the balanced air sign to yourself. Not that you're not, but Aquarius, you are also an air sign. And with this, I don't know, actually this actually might be what they're saying is a T-square, if I'm not mistaken. I'm still learning, people. Thank you. And So, but anyhow, this may challenge you between your ninth house of the new philosophies that you obtained or learned, and or your higher mind versus your subconscious mind in a deep delving way. There's going to be a challenge there. And then on October 10th as well, the following day on October 10th, Mercury ingresses into the sign of Scorpio. So now Mercury leaves Libra and moves into the other fixed sign to you, as Scorpio is fixed water and you're fixed air. And that happens at 0 hours 41 minutes. And then on October 11th at 22 hours 59 minutes, Jupiter conjuncts the moon. So now Jupiter is now conjuncting the moon in Scorpio in your 10th house of career. And what that might mean for you is emotionally being able to largely think and take charge in a loving but yet commanding way. As I see Scorpios as a very commanding sign placement with all the energy in your 10th house there. And then 3 days later on October 14th at 0 hours 59 minutes, the Sun in Libra sextiles the Moon in Sagittarius. So the Moon's now going into your 11th house of friendships, hopes, goals, and wishes in Sagittarius, positively sextiling the Sun. So from your 9th to your 11th houses, this sextile gives you a very pleasant sense of general well-being and happiness within not only your friendships and or group events even, but in a balanced sense, especially with something to do possibly with publishing. Maybe you're collaborating with someone. Oh, wait, that stays there. Okay. Then the first quarter moon occurs in your 12th house in Capricorn at 23 degrees Capricorn, 19 minutes. So now, stemming from the new moon and first phase moon steps, kind of like baby steps, you now can take some time to somewhat, just like as in the new moon, go within and be by yourself for a time and do some research and manifest some alone time and feel good about that and not worry about other people's problems, BS and stuff. Anyway, then on October 16th as well at 21 hours 50 minutes, Jupiter sextiles that same first quarter phase moon. So on the same day, this sextile between Jupiter in Scorpio in your 10th house of career. So like I said, now that you've had some respite, some time to enjoy to yourself, now you're dealing again with the public or your career, and in some way but in a positive way, it'll be just fine with you because you've had a chance to, per se, recharge your batteries. And then on October 19th at 12 hours 28 minutes, the sun trines the moon. Once the moon goes into your sign, Aquarius. And let me get the big pumpkin out of the way for a second. All right. So the first house of the self and body is highlighted now with the moon in your sign, harmoniously trining the sun in Libra. And now you have that much more of an emotional happiness, overall harmony, and especially since Mars has been transiting your first house in your sign, there is my dog's short hairs. Mars and the moon now in your sign of Aquarius, harmoniously trining the sun in Libra. So from your 9th to your first houses, with this very harmonious trine, you now have the ability to connect emotionally to yourself and body and to your higher state of consciousness. It's super sweet. It's really nice. And then on October 23rd, the sun leaves Libra and enters Scorpio, entering your 10th house of career and public standing. Watch how this also looks or represents the setting sun or the fall of the sun in Libra. And we're gearing up toward fall. As this is, and actually this is September 15th that I'm reading this reading for you. And this, I'm like reading for the future. So this is October. Then on October 24th, the following day, the full moon occurs. Or I guess, I don't know if it would be the following day. Let me think here. The sun enters. So, okay, well, yeah, okay. The moon, I don't know how that worked out. But the moon is a full moon at 1 degrees Taurus, 13 minutes in your 4th house of the home. And all of that's opposing everything, those other 4 planets in Scorpio, both are opposite each other. And then 2 days later on October 26th at 14 hours 50 minutes, Jupiter opposes that full moon. So Jupiter in Scorpio opposes the full moon in Taurus, giving you that much more need for awareness of alone time, as your ruling planet is in your fourth house of the home, highlighted by the full moon. And all of this deals with possibly the need, and as I always say, the point of awareness, the need to be aware of, previously from the sun in Libra, the balance that you need between home life and career life, or doing the 180. Then, on October 28th at 4 hours 39 minutes, Mars in your sign of Aquarius trines the moon. Once the moon comes into your fifth house of romance and creativity in Gemini, and does the 120, making a 120 degree harmonious trine. So now the action planet of Mars in your sign to the moon in Gemini, giving you a very harmonious time with your romantic partner and or whatever you do creatively. So something that you do creatively and or romantically and will come to fruition possibly also. Now, on October 31st, happy Halloween, Mercury leaves Scorpio and enters the sign of Sagittarius in the 11th house of friendships. And I believe Mercury is your spiritual sub-ruler, if I'm not mistaken. I read that on one of my cards. I'm going to have to look that up again and check that and double check that. Okay. That happens at 4 hours 39 minutes, giving you the ability to think more joyfully within group events, or at group events, and within friendships. Then also on October 31st, on Halloween, Venus enters back into Libra at 19 hours 43 minutes. Then also on October 31st at 2 hours 32 minutes, Mercury trines the moon. Let's see here. Once the moon comes back over here in your 7th house, and now makes the harmonious trine from your 7th to your 11th, 7-11. And then the last quarter moon occurs. So, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you did, Aquarians, please feel free to like, give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and or subscribe. And then I wanted to finish out your reading by shading in like a background color here. I did finish the watery swirls. See, Aquarius, the water bearer. And your quality is fixed, your element is air, your ruler is Uranus, your anatomy is the ankles, your key phrase is I know, your glyph is of waves of water, ruled by the element, ruler of the 11th house, and your opposite sun sign is Leo, and your positive characteristics and or attributes are that you are independent, inventive, tolerant, individualistic. I can't see that. Progressive. Okay, I don't have my glasses on. I should actually always wear my glasses. I gotta get my sharpener. But anyway, you get the idea. Hi, baby Gretel. My dog's down here, looking up at me, longing for me to get her out. I love you, Gretel. Yes, I do. I'm talking to the people. Anywho, I truly hope that you have a very happy Halloween. And as I've said in some of the other videos, I don't know if I'm going to be doing November's reading or not, as I have to have some kind of hand surgery for this. I don't know. I picked up a dead log at my dog's dog park, and I did something. I got something in there, and it's been hurting for a couple of months, and they're just now finally getting around to giving me the go-ahead to get some surgery on it. They're going to have to excise it. And it's making me feel very squeamish, and it hurts to even do that. Wish me luck on this. It really does. I need this hand. I'm very, even though I'm ambidextrous, I just feel like I'm right hand dominant, since I am sitting sideways to my camera all the time here, or perpendicular to the camera, and I just need this hand. Oh, that's hurting. So my surgery is on September 21st. I know it's just minor outpatient surgery, but it's making me feel squeamish because my Jupiter is in Gemini. Gemini rules the hands and arms and everything. My hands are so sensitive. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with this, but so in the meantime, say a few prayers too if you are so inclined or for that. And like I said, this is very odd and unusual. They took an X-ray. They didn't see anything. Then I had to hold my hand completely still for 25 minutes. And it was like everything was itching, or I didn't hear. I don't know why that always happens. But anyway, I was like, I had to hold my hand completely flat in an MRI tube. And yes, I did kind of feel a tiny bit claustrophobic, but I dealt with it and I handled it as best I could. Meanwhile, it's making me feel very nervous. I don't know how I'm going to deal with it. I actually may have like some kind of bandage or something the next time you see my hands. Yeah. Hey, maybe this is why I have been shy. My Venus is in Aquarius. It says the negative characteristics and or traits to let go. Well, it's not that I'm shy and I don't want to necessarily be on camera. It's that I can't show the chart and me, and I don't have all the neat, fancy, cool technology to be able to do that. Otherwise, I would be able to say hi to you all. Eventually, I will here pretty soon. And I love some of the comments that I've received so far. It's been awesome. So, with that said, I really truly do hope you have a very happy Halloween. I hope by Halloween this will be less painful. And so, yes, until I see you again, I will keep you posted though too. Okay, bye for now.